Alright guys, it's the next day.
It's early.
Got everything out. Yeah, it's kind of early, like 7 a.m. So now we got to go to Home Depot and get our supplies. We're going to need reflectives, sound deadening, insulation, ducting tape. That's all we need to get from there.
A grinder.
Oh, we're going to get a grinder to cut the framing off the top and get some wiring so we can run some wiring or try to run wiring. So that's what we're off to. Let's go. Alright guys, we're back from Home Depot. We actually went to Lowe's too because we wanted to get wool insulation. So we found this at, it's a big old boy, at Lowe's, so that's where we went for that. And we didn't get our wiring yet. We ordered a few things on Amazon, like sound deadening, and I think maybe the wires, I'm not sure yet, but we're not doing any of that right now. We're just gonna, Kaylee's gonna be cleaning the van up, making it spotless and kind of seeing where all the rust is so we know where to sand it down. So I gotta scrape out more of the caulking that's there, the old caulking, and then sand down all the rust and everything, reprime it, and then recaulk it. So we'll find out here in a minute, see how long it takes us. Safety first, guys. Okay, got most of the caulking off. As you can see, there's now a gap. That's kind of how it was before we even took that off. That's where all the rainwater was coming through. And sprinkler water, all kinds of water basically was coming through that. So now I just gotta try to scrape off as much of the rust as I can with this heavy duty little thing here, and then sand it down, and then we're gonna prime it up. This is kind of what it looks like now. Still a little bit of gunk on there, but I think I'm gonna see if we have any Goo Gone or something where we can take that gunk off, because basically all the caulking's out. There's just the flex tape. We used flex tape to like temporarily fix it, and that was a mistake because it didn't work, and now we have gunk. So you can see like all over the van. Gonna see if we have any Goo Gone. Kaylee is just cleaning every little inch. She already cut herself, so we're putting gloves on, even though she's not wearing them now. But yeah, we're doing really good. I think that after I get the Goo Gone, or if we can, you know, that might, if I can't, then it's gonna be another 30 minutes probably scraping all this gunk off, and then I'm gonna sand it down. Then we're gonna caulk this and all the little holes around the van as well as priming like any little like exposed metal, stuff like that. All right guys, so now I'm gonna apply, I got as much as I could get off, so now I'm just gonna apply my Rust-Oleum primer. Still getting in my mask and on my glasses, I think. But at least it's not getting in my eyes. Just want to make that clear that this is not a how-to video. This is just a how we're doing it video. So yeah, this is just what I was told to do. I couldn't get the gunk off all the way, so there's some gunk underneath it, but I think it's doing good. And after it dries, I'm gonna prime it. Probably gonna do one more coat, and then I'm gonna caulk the crack. I think there's one in here though. I think I got the inside too though. So while that's drying, we're still cleaning the van. We're almost like 3/4 of the way done. This is like the stuff like this, like these holes, and especially these ones that they like drilled into. Like you can see, there's like metal. Basically, you want to cover up anything that's like exposed metal that's not painted, so that it doesn't rust in the future, in case water gets or moisture gets or whatever underneath. From what I understand, but if it's painted, it should be fine. Okay, so we just primed everything up, all the little holes, every single little one that I found that was like, looked like it was made after the manufacturers painted it. Or if I saw any like saw any exposed metal, like because I scraped it off or it was just scraped off from whenever we were doing this or just whatever. Covered it all up with primer. I thought it was black primer, but it's gray, so I'm actually kind of happy about that because it's not so like invasive, it's not so like noticeable, I guess. Because up there, I went a little crazy up there, but that's because that was the main thing that I'm trying to fix. Now we're gonna go and caulk every hole, and sorry, I'm immature. And then we're gonna caulk the top. Well, maybe we're gonna do that first, but whatever, we're doing that next. This is my first time using a caulk gun, so we're gonna read these directions. All right, so I need to get a scissor and cut this open, or a knife maybe, and then it says allow 30 minutes to dry, so let's go. We're having a hard time. The first one we used was white, like as you can see, but I didn't know you have to poke the foil because I didn't read the full directions, even though that's what was the last scene was about. And it exploded, so that's why it's all over my hands and gun now. But we figured it out. All the tools you need are on this gun, conveniently enough. So yeah, let's try and do what we were gonna do. So, I don't know if you can tell, but we did caulk all the holes. That's what all this gunk is. There was a bunch of holes. I don't even know, like easily over 100 holes. There's probably 50 like that were holding things down, like chairs and those like racks you saw, and then probably like 50 more of those like little ones like that. So I'm just letting the caulking dry right now and taking a little break, kind of watching some videos. Yeah, this is our van right now. Just pretty, still not much, but it's just little things that are making a big difference, you know. All these little tiny things that we're doing right now, the annoying things are really important so that we don't have like air coming through or rats coming through or whatever coming through the bottom with all these holes. Primer so that we don't have any rust later on. And we're just really trying to take care of the small things before we start doing the big things. But after this, I'll probably do one more layer up there of the caulking, and then we're gonna start insulating. So we hadn't taken these off yet because they're covered by these like little caps, and but they're screwed on the inside. And we took one off yesterday on accident because we just happened to just unscrew by hand. But these we couldn't get off, so I was like gonna just rip them off. And then as I was doing it, I realized that it's just a little cap over the screw, so we can just unscrew it real easily actually. So that's what we're gonna do now while everything dries.